The question comes often, no? What is the intuition, or what was the first moment, no, which you want to say, where you said like, I want to make this film. And I think with this film, it was more like that I really wanted to do a film, no? Of course, there were certain things, like certain subjects, which are in this film that are very existential subjects, no? Like love, death, sexuality, and filmmaking. For me, it's like the main topics in my life. This was one thing, and on the other hand, it was important for me to make a film that could host very heterogeneous elements, no, very diverse one from each other. The intuition was more like on something more abstract than to say like, I need to tell this story about the director who's going to disappear. And then I had a way of working, no, which was clear to me that we're gonna have like certain plot points, but that I also want to surprise myself by doing this film. Parts of the story were emerging while we were doing the film, and I think one of the most peculiar things are that everyone which was behind the camera was also in front of the camera. And this was part of the invitation I made to the participants of the film. This was also participating a lot to this like playful approach of like confusion, no? That I was looking for with like the metafictional level. And also the characters, they have our names, and sometimes we put in like biographical elements into these characters, and it's not so important who has which background or whatever, but I think it was important that there was something from ourselves given into the film, and something very direct, no? There was a real screenplay which had like 100 pages, but this was just for the first part of the film, no? Like the setting of the erotic costume film. But this was always clear that the screenplay is just going to be like a starting point, no? And from there we're gonna do the whole journey through the film. And so it was important also for me that journey goes further and further and further and further, no? And also to something that I could not imagine myself like while I was not in the process of shooting, no? When you're in the directing position, it can be sometimes a bit oppressive also on a set, no? It's like a lot of responsibility, and especially like when you don't have like a fixed script and you're like inventing also while you're shooting, you're very challenged, no? During the process of shooting. And for me, the moments where I was acting in the film were also moments where I find like some kind of I could be a bit more foolish or a bit more free, and I think these moments I really enjoyed. Before I was doing films, I was watching films, and a lot of films, and this goes like from classical cinema to like specific contemporary films or B-movies as well, and all this range also. Maybe I would not say it's like I'm quoting like intentionally certain directors, but maybe they are in my body, and subconsciously I'm constantly bringing them out. Thank you very much, Locarno, for having us here, for the possibility of showing our film. I hope you're gonna enjoy it.